This home's set to break the Newcastle record. We're talking circa 10 million bucks. And mate, when you get to the top of this driveway, one area looks like, why is it going to break the 10 million? And the next view looks like you can understand why.
Yeah, it's look, the moment in time this house is at, these owners, they don't need to sell. They haven't stopped the reno because they can't complete it. He's in the construction industry, and he's got to the point where there's a DA, there's a CC approval. We're on arguably the best block of land in Merewether with the best views, protected aspect. To go to the next phase, it's DA and CC approved. Finish this thing off, and I'll show you upstairs. To go to that stage now, you're going down that path. Someone might come here and say, well, if I'm getting 1,226 square metres of land.
It's a lot of square metres.
It's a lot. 30 metre frontage, protected from the rear. You might want to look into your other options if you're the type of buyer who wants to build their own dream home with their own design, or even to investigate, subject to council approval, subdivision. The minimum lot size here in Merewether is 400 metres. There's blocks across the road that are in the circa 4 to 450 metre mark that are on the low side of the road. So it's the perfect sort of fork in the road opportunity here, and that's why they've paused.
Hey, boys, welcome.
Hello.
Do we have to wear the construction hat to come in here and the fluoro?
Perfect.
Come and show us around. Let's go, Nat. Now, Natty, there's a lot of lines on the ground here. There's a bit happening. Where are we here in the house?
Kitchen.
That's right, butler's pantry.
Stack back
doors.
Out to the backyard, so you can actually see the view from out there when you entertain.
Right, so that wall will be obsolete. There'll be bifold doors.
Yeah, correct.
And if you look at these beautiful photos behind you, that's...
These are all the renders back. So the house is actually finished product, this one.
Right.
If you choose to do this one.
Yeah, so what we've got here is like a Palm Springs, California feel. Drive up the drive, it's got turning space, you come back out the front way, like a resort feel as you come in. Beautiful sort of see-through pool fence there. But this whole thing is about that sort of coastal Palm Springs feel. From the back, you can see right through the house. This is done by EJE Architects, probably the most renowned architect in our region. And when you stand at any part of the home or the yard, you're just looking out to not only a bit of sea view, you can see the sand, a proper beach view, beachside suburb of Merewether, right through to Stockton, Berrubi, city lights at night. It's a very rare thing to get these kind of sweeping views, to get city lights right to the harbour, the ocean as well, but we're protected because in this area, when that sou'easter comes up, that's the bad weather coming in, most of the homes with views get really affected. This is absolutely protected at the back. This is one of the most exclusive streets, not only in Merewether, but in the whole region.
What do you reckon, Tonksy? Is it Tonksy approved? Tonksy approved.
There's houses that are completed in this little strip here that would be nudging the 10 million mark in value in their present state. And those homes would be on less than half of this land. As we know, land goes up. Improvements, they do cost more money over time, but the improvements do go down. So this is the one that's got the enduring value, enduring appeal. And I think if someone wants to make a play and get the best site in Newcastle's whole coastline and then decide, do they go ahead? $1.5–2 million would probably fit this out quite well, we estimate, and spoken to 3 builders on that. $1.5–2 million, you've got something that looks totally different than here. All of the unsightly stuff you see is gone. They've stripped it back to the point now where you can choose to go forward with that, or you might put an application in, you might look at a subdivision into 2 lots if that's approved, where you've got 15 metre frontage each and 2 big homes. If you wanted to go down the path of looking into whether you want to put more residents on there, again, subject to council approval, but with these sort of sites, you can't choose when they come up. You can only choose what you do when they come up.
Yeah, I mean, you just sold Kilgore Ave for 8,750.
8.7. Yeah, and that was a heritage listed home, and the last time it sold there was a bit of resistance because it was heritage listed, beautiful big lawn, but a very traditional timber home.
And the block of apartments at the rear too.
Yeah, so that one there is a gorgeous home, worth every cent of that in our opinion, and it will continue to improve. But this is a totally different kettle of fish. You are set back, you're private, you're here if you want to enjoy and observe and be close to everything, but to have this sort of space around you and these uninterrupted views and being protected from behind. Now, can you think of anywhere else in this whole region that you would get this combination of features?
Oh, geez, that's a tough one.
Because Hickson Street up behind us has had, you know, $5.86 million sales. We've had 6.6 up on Charlotte recently.
I also think with Lloyd Street, there's hardly been any sales.
Mm.
There's one. We sold that across the road.
Yeah.
When was that? 6 months ago.
Yeah, and the market was a lot quieter then. It's a home that doesn't suit everyone. They're probably going to do substantial work to that. It backs onto scenic drive. It's a lot more low set. It's a view that's partial. This is an uninterrupted view. It's 3 times the size of that block roughly.
It is.
Now, what happens down in around Double Bay and Point Piper and that, Jack, when you've got those premium residences on a good land holding? What did you tell me about that one that's been bought recently by an offshore buyer, a billionaire, and they've paid, what sort of money was it, and they're going to knock it down?
Yeah, on Vaucluse Road, mate. There was one that just sold only last week on Hopeton Ave. Was bought for 17 in 2018. Just sold for 35 million after they done work. So they bought a similar home. So it was a shell like this. Did a substantial reno to it and doubled their money in 4 years. So.
And what's the sort of records going for down in Sydney at the moment? The big sales.
Mate, there's been multiple, like 40 plus.
Yeah.
There was one on Tivoli recently in Rose Bay of 45 plus.
And is it uncommon for people to spend big money and then go and do substantial improvements or start again?
No, not at all. And they're not homes people buy to flip either. People buy these homes for a long period of time.
Yeah.
They just happen to see really strong growth and people will pay a lot more money for a finished product. So
Yeah.
I think that's where the opportunity is.
If they were to finish this off, they'd pour their heart and soul into it and basically have to pause everything they're doing with their very successful businesses, and it's surplus to their needs. So they're saying at the moment, if someone comes in now, they'll finish it off properly. Or if you want to start again, well, they're not going to want that extra $2 million spent on it to really finish it off. But 10 years from now, 5 years from now, I think people will be driving past this going, that was cheap.
For sure. And one of a kind. This, mate, this is the money shot, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is absolutely part of the new design as well. They're opening these windows up a lot more. You've sort of got an option to have a master up here or on the next level.
Yeah.
So this could be multi-family living here. It could be someone that really wants to separate from, you know, kids in the house or something like that. That it just shows you the kind of opportunity. There's not many places that are higher than this that are still protected. Hickson Street's up behind us, got some of Newcastle's best real estate. But it's much more affected by the breeze and it's a lot longer walk down to the beach.
For sure. And I don't know many addresses where you can actually see from the start to the end of the sand.
Yeah, it's like you can genuinely check the surf, you can genuinely just sit here and enjoy it. But you know, I suppose, you know, these things come into people's mindset as far as, well, how much am I willing to pay for a view? Well, it's just not the view though, it's the actual land holding, it's the privacy, it's the one-way street, it's the constant owner-occupied demand appeal. There's always appeal and demand in this spot. The biggest thing is people understanding that something that doesn't look like the homes that they've seen selling for the absolute premium money, that's where the opportunity is, because a lot of people just say, oh no, I'm not up for the work. But I don't know many people that get a builder involved and actually do the hammering and nailing themselves. So they've just got to have enough of a budget to be able to cater for the buy and the building work, and a bit of a time frame that allows for that. We recently had a bit of a celebrity come here and showcase the property. Went viral on Instagram and I think Snapchat. She's doing some sort of antics like this with Nat up here. So what we've got here is we've got a yard, dead flat, perfectly drained, all piered, pylon down. There's a lot of work that goes into getting this right. Out the front, they've also deleted all the power lines that went underground with the power. And these jobs, like, it was about $750,000 worth of work, and that was commissioned by someone in the construction industry. With the building costs having gone up, you're probably talking $1.25 million to get it like this. Because we've got all layers of rock here, you've got a very steep slope, but this is now a flat, usable, child-friendly yard, protected from the southeaster. And if the nor'easter gets a bit chilly, you can also be out here and enjoying it. One of the most impressive views here is actually in the evening, just as dusk comes on and the lights start coming up.